I want to start advertising on mobile, so how should I set up my account?
So this is a this is a question that 2 weeks ago I would have answered differently. And I do want to take a little bit of time and talk about Google's new release, which is called Enhanced Campaigns. Um, so literally just about 2 weeks ago, or actually I think maybe it was last week, Google made a really big announcement, and they announced that they're making a huge change to the way that campaigns are structured. And when everyone was signing up for the webinar, we got a ton of questions about enhanced campaigns. So I'll give you kind of a general overview of the way enhanced campaigns are going to work, and then I would love to answer more questions if you guys want to put some into the chat. So if you'll go down to the next slide, I pulled something out of a deck that Google shared with us. So in the past, you would have put the general best practice was to separate mobile campaigns from desktop campaigns because those types of users work differently. They look for different things. If you're looking for a pizza on your cell phone, you're probably looking to order a pizza with a number. And if you're looking for a pizza on your computer, your behavior is going to be different. But with this new release, Enhanced Campaigns, you actually can't have a mobile-only campaign anymore. Any keyword you want to bid on has to run on desktop computers and mobile devices. So like I said before, we would set up separate mobile campaigns within our AdWords accounts and run these strategies that were specific for mobile. And this has been the best practice that's been preached for a very long time. But this is no longer true. All accounts that have separate device campaigns will actually be force merged this year. And it's looking like this might happen in June. So this is a very bold move. Google says that they made this change to allow us to target searchers based on both context and keywords. And I will say that depending on where you are in the sort of paid search landscape, feelings about this are very mixed.
Mhm.
More advanced advertisers who have spent all of this time building out these big mobile campaigns are angry because they feel like they've lost some control. But the truth is this is going to happen, so we need to be prepared for it. Um, so there are a couple new words that we need to learn. We've always thought of mobile as meaning a mobile device like a iPhone. But Google is using the words mobile and static. So mobile is defined by Google as someone who is out and about rather than someone who's on a specific device. And static is someone who's at home or work, which Google says influences the way that they behave, and it's very hard to argue with that. Now, Google says that the device doesn't necessarily suggest the behavior. And an example that I was thinking of was there's some sort of statistic recently, which I'm going to flub, but some massive, massive number of people were using their iPhones from the safety of their couch during the Super Bowl. So if you are targeting mobile users, they would be seeing ads that were maybe not designed for their specific behavior. So Google also says that from a user behavior perspective, tablet and laptop segments are losing their distinction. So you will no longer be able to target separately to tablets and laptops. So there are a lot of different things that you can do. You can mark individual ads as mobile preferred, which means that if they're out and about, they'll see that ad, whether they're on a tablet or maybe on a laptop on a train or in a coffee shop. And it naturally goes along with this that if you're thinking about contextual strategy versus device strategy, you can create landing pages that make more sense for the action of the user rather than the device. So one of the things that people, I feel like I'm going for a long time on this, but we've had a ton of questions about this, and I'll just give you a few more thoughts about the way enhanced campaigns are going to work. But
Yeah.
um, so the thing that people are most concerned about is bidding. Um, so you will actually be able to create something called a mobile bid multiplier, which is based on the value of these users to you, so specifically to you, and it can be location based. So you could bid more for mobile users who are near your location, but there is no keyword level bid control. So this means you are going to lose the advantage of being able to bid lower on short tail keywords that people were previously using on mobile. This is the thing that's got really people just way up in arms because uh, people are saying like, Google is doing this because they are trying to make mobile a bigger product for them, and so they're forcing everyone into doing mobile. It's pretty interesting. I mean, there's a huge kerfuffle all over the internet about this, but the truth is this is coming. So I'll talk a little bit about what you can do to prepare. Just for the purposes of what I'll talk about, I will assume that you already have mobile specific campaigns set up now. If you don't, actually, you maybe sort of have a bit of an advantage because you will need to learn how to use this, but it will just be like learning any other skill. So, and there is actually a huge training center. I think it's something like google.com/AdWords/enhanced campaigns. It's very easy to find. So you have about 6 months to change, and they are suggesting, or they're letting people switch over as soon as in the next few weeks, and they're actually using some beta users right now. But we suggest you really prepare for this. So the number one thing that you need to do is figure out what keywords you're going to keep, and then figure out what your bid multiplier settings are. So this will boil down to figuring out your average conversion rates for mobile and for desktop, and maybe creating extra campaigns for conversion rates that are on the high end or the low end. And the thing is, people are unhappy or people are happy, and we really do believe that this will simplify mobile strategy going forward. And there are some really cool reporting things that will come out of this, like Google is promising that there will be the ability to see attribution across devices and contexts. And like I said, there's a lot of grumbling that Google is doing this to drive up their revenue from mobile clicks, and that, yes, it will happen. But it's something that we need to prepare for, and it's exciting in a lot of ways. So I would love to field any more questions about this. We actually did have Google in our office right before they released this, getting us prepared. And at Trada, we actually have a huge advantage because a lot of the platform solutions who learned about this last week have to rebuild their product because they've really been pushing these separate campaigns and the complexity of having to have them. While we are training our optimizer team to do things by hand, which is the way we do things. So it's if you were a really advanced AdWords advertiser before doing really advanced mobile campaigns, you will feel a loss of control. And I'm wondering if Google will release some more things to support these types of advertisers. But for advertisers who are spending less time on mobile campaigns, this could actually simplify things and let us see things in more depth.